Oh my goodness, I'm not sure where to start. I'm looking at this setup here with my camera and my ring light and everything, realizing I have not set up to do a video in months. So hi friends, hi, I'm Ashley. Thank you for joining me at Joyful Noise Learning. If you're a new subscriber, you've probably noticed I've only had old videos up for a while. And if you're a faithful follower who's been here for a while, you noticed that I haven't done videos in a long time. So I appreciate your patience, and I hate being one of those YouTube channel people who say things like that, but really I am thankful for you guys. And I've had a lot of comments and messages and emails saying that you miss seeing my current videos, and so I'm happy to be able to film this for you today, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you a life update, channel update, and a little bit of homeschooling talk along the way as well. So in case you're new around here, I'm Ashley. I am a Charlotte Mason inspired homeschooling mom of 3. My kids are currently in 4th grade, 6th grade, and 8th grade this year. I like how they're like every other year. It's been really nice to like plan things. Here, I like to talk about Charlotte Mason inspired homeschool curriculum that helps the scattered and easily distracted homeschool mom, and to encourage you to find joy in Jesus and in your family. I mainly like to talk about homeschooling curriculum and managing your home and your homeschool schedule and all the things that you guys watch me for, but I've never really done a life update video, and I feel like you might enjoy one today. I have a few bullet points and notes here that I want to share with you what's been going on in our house over the last several months. So first off, you may wonder, like, why did I step back? Why have I not been making YouTube videos? And one of the honest things is that this YouTube channel is more of a hobby for me. But as I was praying about things in the fall and seeing what was going on in our home and in our homeschool, I was hearing the Lord loud and clear that I needed to focus on my in-person things, whether that be my own family or that would be activities here in the community. Because I am an extrovert, guys, and I like to be around people. I do talk about finding your priorities and finding ways to focus that's best for you and your family in one of my older videos here. But I was thinking about that for myself currently. And in the falls, back September, October, I was really clearly hearing the Lord tell me very clearly that I needed to focus on my in-person, my IRL, in real life commitments and relationships and activities. So that included, my own family, making sure I was spending time with my kids and my husband faithfully. Also, I realized I had some commitments that were coming up that needed a lot of my attention, that were things happening at my church or things happening in the community. And I really wanted to get out and be around people in the community and feeling the Lord calling me to that. So I knew that spending time online with my YouTube community was going to be a lot more difficult. And on one hand, I thought it was great. It was great because I'm an extrovert. I love being around people, and having a YouTube channel and being with you guys here online has been great, especially during 2020 and during all the lockdowns and things like that. But now that things are more open and not shut down, there's a lot of opportunities out there to be around the people here in our community. So I haven't necessarily been going through any health issues or things like that, other than me turning 40 in August and then having, hormonal changes and trying to figure out what's going on with my body and all those things. Maybe you guys can relate to that and think, perimenopause things and just having really up and down days. And so I've been trying to really focus hard on taking my supplements, eating right, and exercising regularly, and getting good sleep. Those are the main things I feel like help me and manage, all the things as myself. So I guess it's not serious health issues, but it's a lot of things that a lot of us women go through at this stage in our life. What are some activities that we did this last few months or nearly this school year? One of the ones that was a lot of fun was I coached flag football for my youngest son. I was signing him and my middle son up for flag football in the fall, and they're like, "Hey, can you please coach? We are short on coaches, and especially for your son's age group, it would be great if you could do it." And I said, all right, let's go for it, because I have experience in playing flag football when I was younger. I love coaching. I love soccer usually is what I do, but I have some knowledge of flag football, and I thought it would be a great way to hang out with my younger son. So that was a lot of fun. I got to do that this fall. Another great thing that our family has been going through in the last year is remodeling our living area, our living space here. So we took out a wall, we got a brand new front door, we painted, did some updates in the kitchen, and that has taken up a lot of our time. And I'm not really one of those channels who's gonna film all that kind of stuff, so you didn't get to see all the beginning and ends of that, but that's just something that has taken up my time that was really great. I'm also on the leader team for our local co-op. So I have been focusing on that a lot and been pouring some of my energy into managing that with a few of my friends and making sure we have all that we need for our local co-op. And that is a big priority for myself and my kiddos. They have a lot of friends there. And so a lot of my energy went towards our homeschool co-op. This winter, the kids and I had a lot of fun going skiing again. We talked about doing that since last year. And since I grew up in Colorado, I loved skiing when I was growing up, but here in Indiana, we don't have as many opportunities for skiing. But we did go to Michigan, had some hills up there. So I took my kids skiing this winter, and that was a lot of fun. Pizza! Corbin, pizza! Oh. There he goes. Another in-person teaching opportunity that I had that I felt like I had to say yes to. I was so excited and honored when they asked me to do this, but my church, our women's ministry, decided to put on not like a conference, women's conference, but just like a half-day workshop for the women at our church and surrounding churches in our area. And they asked me to teach a workshop for that. And I was thrilled to do that. I was like, yes, please. That sounds like an amazing opportunity for me. I got to talk about how to study God's word and being passionate about getting into the word yourself and not just being spoon-fed by devotional books or even just going on Sunday and having your pastor share with you. But I love doing that and teaching the women at my church. And that was just such a great opportunity for me to teach the community and to share my passion of God's word with the other women in our area. Another thing I've noticed since I've been committed to my in real life is my marriage is better than ever, guys. There was some, I don't know, we were just not unified in a lot of areas. We were on different pages, and the time and effort I was putting into my online work was just taking away time and energy from my husband and from my marriage and things like that. We are now doing just way better than we ever have, and I'm just so thankful for that. One of the things that goes along with that is my husband is the worship pastor and director coordinator, what's the word? Something like that, at our church. And I have been able to assist him more with that. It is more of a team. He still leads and does most of the leadership there, but there's some behind the scene things like scheduling or chatting with people and interacting with others. And he picks the music usually, but I put in my input on that, which is a lot of fun. But anyway, we've been able to do that together a lot more. And I think that's helped us grow in our ministry and in our marriage as well. And I've been so thankful for that. Another life update thing. Do any of you remember Ginger, my little Chihuahua dog? You may have seen her in some older videos, but she was having some health issues and her quality of life was not improving. And we had realized as a family that it would be better to help her on her way. So we did just have to put our dog down just a week or so ago. So our family has been grieving the loss of our dog, and it's just so hard. Like, you think you wouldn't miss them, but then they're gone and then you miss them because it's just final. But we had her about 8 years and she was about 14 years old. So we did just do that recently as a family. And then lastly, another little update is back in December, I got the idea that maybe I should, this is a little crazy, add something else to my plate. But one of them was, I felt like this might be a good opportunity for me to start substitute teaching. And part of the thing with that is my schedule can be flexible as a substitute teacher. I am a former English teacher. I went to college to get my teaching degree, and I've been licensed as a teacher before. And, I've been using those skills with my kids in our homeschool. I thought it would be a great way to help financially with our family and to help with that and to get out in the community. Again, it'd be another touch point to meet people out in the community, other students, other teachers, people in the school, parents, things like that. So I've been doing that since January, and I'm trying to do about once a week, sometimes twice a week, but not too many. My husband does work from home, and all the schools that I've been teaching at are very close. They're really not far from my house at all. But I've been substitute teaching, and I've been really enjoying that. Again, me being an extrovert, I like being around people. And I forgot how much I loved being around people in the schools. So it was a lot of fun, and it's a great, like, on one hand, it's a hobby. On another hand, it's a job. I'm getting paid for it. And on the third hand, finger, whatever, it's a ministry as well. So I get to be out in the community and meet people who don't just come to our church or go to our co-op, because I'm really trying to expand just knowing people in the community and meeting some non-believers. And that's been a big focus of our church this year. And so that's what I have been doing, and it's been a lot of fun. And I gotta say here now, I don't want to share all these things just to show how amazing I am and all the things I've been doing. I don't want to do it for that reason. One of the reasons is for you guys to get to know me a little bit more. And the second reason is I want to share what the Lord has been doing and how good the Lord is and how he has blessed our family and how our homeschool and our home and our ministry in the community in this season. And thankfully, you know, I'm happy to come on here and not share a negative life update. I know that happens with some people. They have to share a tragedy or grief or a loss that they've had. Other than losing Ginger, our dog, we've had a lot of blessing and gifts happening for our family and myself right now. So I wanted to share that with you and just say, you know, God is awesome, and he's been so faithful with how he's provided for us and in my everyday life and in our community, and expanded our ministry and all the things. So there you go. Just wanted to share all that. So before we go on, I want to tell you about Wendy's planner from Plan, Prep, Pray. Tongue twister, I can say it. Plan, Prep, Pray. There, I did it. I love to make sure in my own home that I'm planning, but I'm prepping, but I'm also praying over these plans. But my friend Wendy at Plan, Prep, Pray has created a homeschool mom management planner, and I've ordered mine. She's still in the pre-order stage right now, and this was all Kickstarter funded, which is really neat. But you can get in on this if you would like. And I wanted to just highly recommend it. For those of you who are trying to manage your home life and your homeschool life, it has everything that you could need. And it's very customizable. There are certain pages you can use and some that you don't need to use. You use whatever works for you. But for now, I would love for you to go to the link in the description below and check out Wendy's planner and see if it's gonna be a good fit for you. So it's got all your meal management in there, your home management. It has a little like bookmark thing that's like dry erasable, so you can write your routines on there, because my routines change from season to season, you know, every few weeks. So I like that you can have that and rewrite it and put it in there. You can keep track of habits, chores for the kids. You can also keep track of your homeschool plans. And that's what I plan on using it for, is mostly for routines and for homeschool plans. I have a calendar already. I'm mostly digital when I do calendar planning. I'm also using a digital chore checklist, which I can tell you guys about another time. It's a little screen that sits on my kitchen counter. But anyway, I want you to check out Wendy's Plan, Prep, Pray planner for the homeschool mom, or not homeschool mom, but like any mom. You don't have to homeschool to use this, but I know most of you are homeschooling. So check out that link below, look at it and see if it's a good fit for you, and tell Wendy I said hi and that I sent you. Okay, the next part of my life update, let's talk about a homeschool update. Let's do that while we're here. That's our main focus here at Joyful Noise Learning. And I'm just gonna give you just a little hey, this is going well, this is not, things like that. And then at the end of this video, I'll share my upcoming videos coming up that I'm planning to have come out to share with you. I'll admit they're mostly curriculum announcement videos. So yay, finally. These are in no particular order, but let's talk about them. My 6th grader has switched to Denison Algebra. I was back and forth for several years trying to figure out which math would be a good fit for him. And we've struggled. We've tried online things. We've tried not online things.
It's pre-algebra.
I know. I'll get to that in a second.
It's algebra.
Well, Denison Algebra is like the company.
Yeah, but it's pre-algebra.
I know, but you're using the pre-algebra one.
Yeah, but
so,
it's
okay. So my son is correcting me. He's reminding me that it's Denison Pre-Algebra, which I'll get to that in a second. The name of the entire curriculum company is Denison Algebra, but they have a pre-algebra curriculum. And my 8th grader has been using that. She's just finishing it up now. She's going to start her algebra this month, and then she'll pick it back up in the fall. So anyway, he's doing pre-algebra. I'm really enjoying this curriculum, and it's just everything I've been waiting for. And I'm 99% sure we're going to stick with this through algebra, geometry, and whatever other math that he needs. It is a very good pace. It's got videos. He's got instruction videos. And then he's got a book that he writes in, and it's very simple to write in. It's not, 100 problems on one page. And it goes at a very good pace, and it covers all the things they need for pre-algebra in one simple book. So yes, I'm sold. We have been focusing on a few things in our homeschool, and the main thing is we're focusing on math and making sure everybody gets that done daily, and that's going well. I'm focusing on read alouds, and sometimes we go between an audiobook for a read aloud or a physical book for me reading it aloud to them. We're currently reading Farmer Boy, and we're getting that in. It's not every day of the week, but about 3 times a week, especially in between me doing substitute teaching. But my goal is 3 to 4 times a week with that. Almost done. For the rest of our read alouds, the rest of the year, we're gonna have Wind in the Willows, which I've never read, and I'm excited to read that to the kids. And then we're gonna read Carry On, Mr. Bowditch. That's my goal for the next 2 months. We might not finish all of these by the end of the year, but I'll just carry it on into the summer. It should be fine. I've also been gearing up for high school. And if you know, I have an 8th grader, she will be 9th grade next year. So I've been doing lots of my own research to see, okay, what is high school going to look like for us? I'm really excited because I'm pretty sure I have a good plan now. I'm just needing to go over it with her because especially as the kids get to this age, she's 14 now, I want her to be included on the plans that I'm making for her. So I'm gonna bring to her what I think should be done, and then I'll see her input on it and then make sure we're on the same page and we're getting a good fit for her. And it's gonna be kind of tricky, but I think we'll get a plan in place and see how it goes. So I plan on, you know what? I'm not gonna share with you the high school plans right here. I'm gonna make another video of that. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in that plan for my high schooler, which I'll share anyway, but let me know if there's specific things you're looking for, and I would be happy to chat with you guys about that. I will throw this in here. I've been watching a lot of Pam Barnhill's videos for high school. Oh, and she's great. She's so good. She gave me just so much peace and just good ideas on how to make this work for us and how we'll do high school next year. So the other thing that I'm running into for school update is I'm trying to look for ways to keep my 12-year-old occupied. Some good afternoon activities. So for him, he's probably one of my most social kiddos. He really likes to do things with people. So that's been kind of hard because there's some days where we can't go out or I'm substitute teaching, and he isn't involved in a lot of sports and things over the winter right now. I'm looking for ways to keep him occupied productively, and I'm finding as 12-year-olds, they need work. They need good, productive work. And they don't need busy work. They need something that's productive, something they enjoy, maybe even make a little bit money with it. Unfortunately, my husband has a software engineer job, so I know some families where the 12-year-old will go with their dad and go to work with their dad, but my kids can't do that with the work that my husband has. So we're trying to find other ways to do that and keep him occupied. So one option is he can do some volunteer work at a local coffee shop. The only thing is he doesn't get paid for that except for a free drink or a free cookie or something. So that's an option. Another option is to go with his friend whose dad is a construction worker and a farmer, and he can go with them and go do some work, some physical work there. Another thing is, as the weather is starting to get better and warmer, I'm probably gonna just put him on some yard work at our house, and we'll see how that goes. So we'll probably have him start doing that. The other thing is probably get him more involved in music lessons. So he doesn't have piano lessons like his siblings do, but I'm finding that might keep him occupied. So there's a couple options out there, like doing drum lessons, or he can join maybe a band or a choir at the middle school. We're not so sure about that yet, but that's an option. Or there's another local choir possibly to join and do. He wasn't so thrilled about that either, but we'll see. So the other thing I've been doing is I take him to the gym in the afternoons. There's an open gym at the local community center, and we do pickleball together. So it's something that he and I are able to do. So it's not like a league or anything. It's just going out and being together and getting some movement in, and he really enjoys that. Or we'll call friends and say, hey, meet us at the gym. So we've done that a lot too. Anyway, if you've got other ideas, or what do you guys do for your 11, 12, 13-year-old boys? Because I feel like they're the ones that just need to be more occupied with things other than video games. I'll just say it out loud. So we allow video games in our house, but we limit it, and he needs something else to do during that time. So, yep. All right, last thing. Oh, I'd said that. Oh, that was it. So for my 9-year-old son, I know a lot of you might have a son who's in 3rd, 4th grade. He's been doing pretty well. He basically just does his school, and then he keeps himself occupied. Either he's been doing stop motion lately. He also does Ninja Core. That's the activity that I have him in, and he does piano lessons. So he's got a lot of stuff to keep him busy. Oh, he has a Awana too. So yeah, this kid, he's got a lot of activities, and those things keep him busy, and he's been doing well with all of those. Legos, doing a little bit of Lego things, or even board games, stuff like that. So that's what's going on with my youngest right now. Okay, one more thing. Here we go. So that is my little life update with our school and with our life and all the things. And now I want to share with you the videos that are going to be coming. It may not be weekly. They'll just come when they come. But my goal is over the next few weeks to get you these videos, okay? We've got a morning routine update. So I have struggled with my morning routine in all the winter, and then it was just a month or so ago, where I started realizing that I was the problem, not my kids. So I wanted to share with you how that is going and what we've done with that. The other thing is I've been doing a lot more thinking and changing up on the Charlotte Mason language arts style that we are doing. So I'm gonna give an update on how we're doing with that as well. And of course, my curriculum plans for next school year, that's coming really soon here, because I know if I'm researching, you guys are probably researching too. So that is coming very soon. I'll share what I'll do with each of my kids for each subject. And I guess maybe I'll do a separate video for high school plans, because I've been doing a lot of thinking on that, and I'm really excited for what we're going to be doing. And some things I learned at the Indiana Homeschool Conference that I went to last weekend. Yeah, a lot of good stuff with there. So I'm sharing with you about high school if you're interested in that. And my summer plans. I have a simple plan for the summer. Sometimes I do full-blown school through the summer. Sometimes we don't do diddly squat for school. This year's gonna be a hybrid. I have a couple things that we haven't gotten to during the school year, and I would love to just cover over the summers. So I'll share a video about that and the plans that we're gonna do. So it won't be like a full-blown school every day, but it'll be like a, hey, we're at home, we're not doing anything, let's do these things. Or we're busy, we're gonna meet our friends at the beach, or we're going on a camping trip. Like, we're not gonna do school, you know? So it's gonna be a really like nice hybrid summer thing. So I'm really excited for that and how that's gonna look. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd liked more, you can check out this video or this playlist here. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye.